What's up, you guys? Today I am walking you through the 10 tools that I use in my photography business. These are the ones that are, I believe, absolute musts that you need for your photography business. I recommend just going all in and getting the tools you need to grow your photography business as quickly as possible. So if you're new here, my name's Elizabeth Nwansi. I'm a photography coach, and I am also a wedding photographer who teaches people through my signature program, Roadmap to Booked. I also do individual coaching as well. In this video today, we're going to talk about the top 10 tools I use for my photography business. So let's get right to it. But before I get there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button where you will know of bi-weekly videos that come up about photography, mindset, and growing your business. Okay, so let's move on. The first thing is a CRM system. A CRM, I think it stands for Client Relations Management System, but I don't know. Could have just made that up. Might be right. Might be wrong. There's the two biggest ones I would say are Dubsado and Honeybook. I actually used to have Honeybook, but I felt like even though it was easier to set up front, it wasn't as robust for everything that I needed. In Dubsado, I found that the client experience was a lot better on their end. And I found that there were simply some tools that I was able to use in Dubsado that are not available in Honeybook. And so I switched over to Dubsado and have not looked back. Now, with that being said, in this client relations management system, you're going to get a ton of tools that you really do need for your photography business. The first one being forms. So this is where I send out all of my questionnaires. We send multiple questionnaires to our clients to get to know them better. This is also where I send contracts, proposals, all of that stuff is going to be in the forms. And you can create templates and just continue to use them over and over again, obviously just changing the personal details for each client. So this really is a beautiful way of outsourcing aspects of your business. Also inside of that, you're going to get the invoicing and the reporting. So rather than sending out individual invoices, or worse yet, sending no PDF invoice and just sending pricing over email, you're going to get a really sophisticated system where you set up all of your standard invoicing for your jobs. It's set up one time, and then you send them out through a proposal, or you can send it out individually. Don't recommend that, but you can send it either way through the system, and it's another way of saving time in your business, also just being more professional. You're also going to get the reporting on those invoices. A beautiful thing is, yes, you're invoicing, but this CRM system that you have is also going to follow up on the payment plans automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. It's going to send emails automatically. It's going to send emails for late payments, follow-up payments, all that kind of stuff. Another beautiful thing about this is you can set up automated workflows. So for example, when you see to your right here, you can send over a questionnaire. And then once they complete the questionnaire, you can have your CRM automatically send them an introduction email. So maybe after they do their questionnaire, you set it up right here. It says 2 days after the invoice is paid, they get a questionnaire, and then you send them their intro email. All of that stuff is automated. Meaning, once you've set it up properly, once you've set it up the first time, and guys, it does take time to set it up, but it's worth the time, because once you set it up, you basically have a personal assistant sending out everything automatically for you. And that's what's beautiful about a CRM is you can repeatedly and consistently give a beautiful client experience because you have that assistant, quote unquote, following up and doing a lot of the work for you. It's just a beautiful way to stay organized. Right here, it talks about you have your dashboard view that shows you all your jobs. It shows you the progress of your jobs. It shows you the people that maybe haven't followed up, and then you can archive those people. And then it just shows you any leads you have. Everything is right in front of you. We also like to use Trello for a certain part of our CRM management, but the bulk of what is going to be managed is in Dubsado. Okay. The last thing that I always talk about, and an easy way to outsource your business, is the scheduling. So rather than going back and forth through email where you're like, hey, are you available Monday or Friday? And the client's like, what about Wednesday? And then you guys go back and forth about times. And now you've just wasted at least an hour of your time and switching tasks back and forth. You can easily rectify that by getting a CRM like Dubsado, and setting up your scheduling times in your calendar, and then just send them a link to your calendar. It's as easy as that. There's no more going back and forth between your emails. They can simply click the link, choose the date that works for them, choose the time that works for them. You get a beautiful email saying, hey, they just booked you for this, and then you are good to go. A CRM is an absolute non-negotiable if you have a photography business. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a digital gallery delivery system. Okay, whether or not you are going to be giving prints, a lot of the time people want, or not, maybe you're a full digital, they're going to want their digital photos regardless, right? And that's sort of an expectation now these days, especially. With that being said, I used to have Pixie-Set, but I've recently switched over to pic-time. And there's two reasons why. Pixie-Set is phenomenal. I had it for the bulk of our wedding photography business, years and years. However, when pic-time came out, I was more open to that because I was seeing not only, I love the way that the galleries are delivered, meaning I love how they're designed and the simplicity of them. Being in an image-based business, it's really important for me that the branding of everything that we do is beautiful and high-end and cohesive with the rest of my branding. I felt like even though my photos were beautiful in Pixie-Set, I feel like there was something to be improved upon in terms of the actual design of the galleries. So you'll just see they're very minimal here, which for my business, it's very minimal, it's luxury, it's clean. And I just love the way that you get to deliver stuff that really is beautiful. Also, their mobile version is beautiful as well. And we know that the majority of people who are looking at their galleries being delivered are looking at it on their mobile phones. And so it's really important to have not just a beautiful site optimized for desktop, probably more important to have it optimized for your mobile or for their mobiles. Another thing that I was looking into for a long time and I just couldn't really find the right resources for it was creating art galleries. I take tons of landscape photos and beautiful photos of like the Northern California Bay Area landscape. And I wanted to start selling those and I just couldn't find the resources. And recently what pic-time did was they opened up art galleries in a store so that people can now purchase your art directly from pic-time, which I thought was fantastic. That's one of the reasons I signed up. They do slideshows. You can create a really simple slideshow, which is very impactful when you deliver people's galleries. Rather than just a photo, you can deliver a slideshow, just, maybe 30 seconds of images going across the screen with some music. It really adds to that customer experience and impact. And then the last reason that really made me join was the marketing automation and the way that you're able to sell prints through pic-time. Okay, so they have this thing called a smart store, which Pixie-Set has a store as well, and you can click their cart icon. But the way that it's laid out on pic-time is different, and I like that they really make selling prints a forefront of your gallery delivery system. We truly believe in my photography business that it is a lost, sad day when you get beautiful photos taken and you've invested in a photographer and you don't print your photos. I can't even tell you how many times we've had clients who paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for their wedding photography and printed like one photo from Costco or something. Like it's mind-blowing and it's such a shame. We don't use their albums because we use somebody else for albums, but to sell like grandparent prints, just regular prints and like calendars, we do greeting cards on there. We have our own frames and albums, but everything else, such a good way to sell more, to make more money in your photography business and to serve your clients better. And with that being said, they have this amazing marketing automation tool where you can literally set up the automations just like you have your automations in your CRM. You can set those up in your pic-time. And then as time goes by in your gallery delivery, so say you deliver the gallery to a client, whatever you set up to go off, so say you want them to be sent a month from now, you want them to be sent 20% off coupons. You can set that up and then a month from when they get their gallery, they automatically get an email from pic-time and it's saying, hey, 20% off. Say you want to do promotions for holidays, you could set that up. Hey, it's Black Friday and it's all automated. I'm huge on that. And that's something that really resonated with pic-time for me. Okay, so the next one that we're going to move on to is something that I've actually heard a lot of photographers don't know about, and I'm surprised because it's so amazing and completely necessary for your business. So this is called photo mechanic. And what photo mechanic is, just very simply, is it's a calling system. This is a system. So for example, this is a wedding that we did recently, and I haven't called it yet. I'm actually going to make a calling video so you guys can see this more in depth, but you can see I've already started. And what happens is if you just use Lightroom to call, you'll notice that when you pull up a photo, it takes a few seconds to pull it up, okay? And when you're going through like 6,000 photos, a second to 3 seconds for it to fully pull up properly is a long, long time, okay? That lag is substantial. With pic-time, look at that. There is no lag, guys. Boom, 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 boom. And so all you literally have to do is have one hand on your arrow and one hand on your filtering system. So the only thing that I do is I label everything I want to keep a 5. And so you'll see that pink show up at the bottom right here. Right here. Let me label it a 0 again. Okay, that went away. I'll label it a 5. That means keeper. Next one, 5, keeper. And on and on. So it literally takes me maybe an hour to call an entire wedding, where before it took me hours upon hours. And then I would step away from my computer because I'd get irritated and then I'd go back and do it again. And it's, again, my entire business, our entire ethos is simplifying and automating and making life and business as easy as possible so we can go out and do the stuff that we want to do and enjoy our free time. And this is such an amazing tool to do that. So look out for a more in-depth video of photo mechanic, but guys, you have to get this. And I think, I want to say it's like $60 for a one-time purchase. Like so cheap. Okay. Lightroom. I'm not going to go over Lightroom. We all know what that is. We're all photographers here. I will say that I use Lightroom for 99.9% of our edits. And when you're not using Lightroom, like say there's like, I don't know, there's something you need to remove in a photo. Of course, we'll bring it into Photoshop if there's something obvious so that we get those really great photos for our clients. But I see a ton of photographers using Photoshop for their editing, which I always thought was so interesting. Or I'll see a ton of photographers spending way too much time in Photoshop when they could get the bulk of it done in Lightroom. So love Lightroom. Now, Planoly. As a photographer, you need to be on Instagram, period, point blank. You don't need to spend your life on Instagram, but you do need to be on Instagram. And my favorite app for getting all of our content on Instagram is Planoly. And guys, by the way, I'll have everything linked below. A lot of them with the links will have some discounts for you guys, and all of them are affiliates. It's just one way to support my channel and all of the information that we are giving out to you guys. So really appreciate if you decide to join to use my link. So with that being said, this is Planoly. Why do I love Planoly? There's a ton of apps out there. First, before I say why I love it, I want to explain what it is. Basically, what I use it for is to visually plan our content. It's so important as a photographer to curate your content, to curate your portfolio. Your Instagram content is your portfolio as a photographer. And so you really want to have it curated like an art gallery, basically. That's the way I look at ours. It's an art gallery. It's a business card, right? Now, with that being said, I wanted a way to not just post images like kind of haphazardly and instead be very intentional about it. And so what I'll do is I'll take anything from any new jobs that we've done, and I will put all of the images I love into Planoly. You'll see the U right here means it's unscheduled, and the S means it's scheduled. What's beautiful about this app is we plan all of our content ahead of time, usually at least a month, if not more. With that being said, by the way, I haven't posted on our photography Instagram for, God, a long time because we've been focusing on our education business. But it's interesting because that actually hasn't mattered. We're still getting tons of inquiries because we've built our Instagram really well and we've leveraged the art of curation and using it intentionally. We've done that through Planoly, a whole nother video. But with that being said, we schedule everything in here. We plan all of our images in here. You can write your captions. And then this is why I love Planoly. You can auto post it. Again, you're seeing a theme here. Anything I can automate, I'm going to automate, guys, and you should too. So once it's scheduled, you've written your captions and planned everything, switch that auto post on, and then boom, you're done. Get off Instagram. It'll automatically post for you. Spend the few amount of minutes on Instagram you should daily doing other stuff, not posting or thinking about what to post, okay? It also has an analytics tool, which is great. I really love their resources. So if you actually have an account, you can go in and they have so many resources for you. You can upload reels from here. Okay. They have so many helpful videos and marketing tools. And now we don't utilize this, but I guess including Instagram, you can also use it to upload to other social media apps as well. Definitely something you guys should be looking into. There's various apps out there, but this is my favorite. Okay. Hands down, the number one website, I don't even know what they're called, website creation company is Showit. Showit is a bit more expensive than getting a Squarespace account or going through a Pixie set. Let's see how much they are. But guys, I mean, $24 a month to have a completely pro looking site is a very, very small price to play. If you do the annual. So let's see if you do monthly. Yeah, $29 a month. And then you get a blog. I mean, come on. Okay. So with that being said, Showit is the best and easiest and quickest way to have the most professional looking website for your business you possibly can. The reason I love it is because they have the most amazing templates, okay, for free, by the way. So say you're just starting out and you're like, I don't have money to pay a designer, right? Cool. So let's look up their free templates. I mean, guys, these are free. Like, come on. You can literally get a free template after you get Showit. This one's beautiful. This one's what we used to have actually when I first started. Plug your photos in, add the copy, and this is, I mean, stunning, okay? And then they have other templates. So when you grow your business and you want something a little more robust and maybe specific for what you need, then you get a different template and you pay a little bit more money. But to get the free website design on top of a drag and drop, and I'll show you what I mean. The reason why I said it's quick and easy, we don't want the Showit store, guys. We want Showit. Showit. Here we go. Look at this right here. See what's happening? Dragging and dropping. No coding needed. Simply drag and drop. Yes. Amazing. So easy. So yeah, I actually heard a friend of mine say in the photography industry that a good rule of thumb is to have your website always be one step ahead of where you really are in your business. And so I see a lot of times people, photographers, decide that, oh, it's just a website, I'll get something more professional out looking later. And it's a really missed opportunity to wow the clients that are currently looking at your business, because everything that you show online is interlaced, right? And so it's an easy way to look professional and an easy way to build your business. All right. So the next one is Canva. I think we all know what Canva is. I don't think I even have to talk about Canva, but I will quickly. I use this for both our businesses, our education business. I use this for our photography business. You can do various things in here. I mean, I almost feel like in Canva, what can you not do? But this is where we create a lot of our social media posts. This is where we create our marketing materials, pricing guides, literally, again, what can you not create? The thing that I love about, obviously, outside of being able to easily create stuff, is the mass amount of templates that they have to create everything. They also have where you can use the brand tools. So you can literally just plug and play your logos, choose your colors, and then every time you design, everything is easily accessible for you to just add in there. And they also have a vast resource library of stock images. Just get it. It's free. The next one is an email software. And you're like, Liz, why do I need email? I'm a photographer for my photography business. You need email. You can't have your entire business on Instagram. Okay. It's just not smart, because Instagram, you don't own Instagram. You own your email. If Instagram was to go away tomorrow, or Facebook or any social media site, what does that mean? That all your clients are gone? That the way that you're nurturing them disappears? No. So you need an email. I used to have Flowdesk. I loved Flowdesk, but I recently switched over to ActiveCampaign. It's a bit more robust and it's pretty much the same price as Flowdesk. The only thing with ActiveCampaign that's different in terms of price is I think Flowdesk, you pay like $40 a month and it's unlimited. ActiveCampaign does cap it at how many contacts you have, but you just need an email software. Okay. And the reason is you want to be sending out something regularly to your clients. Let them know what's going on in your business. Let them know about any promotions. Let them know about anything that's coming up that they can purchase, whether it's prints or a mini session. Don't be the person who takes pictures, disappears off the face of the planet, and then like at the end of the year is like, hey, want to do mini sessions? You can, but what I'm saying is you always want to be different. You want to stand out in a saturated market. And if you want to be like everyone else, then do that. If you want to be one step above of everyone else and stay on top of people's minds, get yourself an email software, set it to where you're sending out a monthly newsletter to start. And then when you have a little more time, send something a little more often. Give people value. That's really all it is. Make your email exciting so that when people open it, they see beautiful things. And hint, hint, create an email funnel for brides who are interested in working with you and have signed up for your email list so that you can continue nurturing them through your email, not just through your social media, because they've signed up through email. They want to hear more. They've already signed up to hear more from you. Okay. It's so easy in social media to get lost. It's a lot easier to stand out in email and to serve and nurture your people who already raised their hand to working with you. So that's my email rant. With that being said, I love ActiveCampaign. You can set up, let's see if I can find the funnels. This is basically why I switched over. Let's see if it's going to show you. Yeah. So why I switched over is because this is a lot more robust than most photographers need. You can totally get away with something simpler, like Flowdesk is great. I had that for a long time. MailChimp is free, but I think Flowdesk is a lot more visual capable. It's just a easy, beautiful way to set stuff up. And it's simple for most people. If you really wanted to get an email, want to get into email and set up more robust funnels, this is what we use. And again, it's a little bit more complicated, so probably not the best for everybody. I'm just showing you what we currently use. So again, ActiveCampaign, Flowdesk, MailChimp, whatever it may be, set yourself up with a good email system and commit to sending something out at least monthly, and also commit to strategizing a way that you can serve brides who maybe inquired with you but aren't ready to book with you just yet through email. Okay. Trello is the next system that we use. Again, I mentioned that we use Dubsado for the bulk of our CRM management. However, in terms of like checklist workflow and making sure that we're in the space that we need to be with each client, I like to see that visually in Trello. And I like it because I like looking at Kanban boards and I like being able to drag and drop stuff. All Kanban is, it's like the scary word that people are like, what the hell is that? All it is it's listing things rather than having them in any other format. So I like to see things in lists, kind of spaced out like that. And right here, this is Kanban style. So list, list, list. So with that being said, I like to, for example, have my client who just signed on here. I have a series of workflow already set up, like a checklist. And then say, I have X amount of people who have inquired. So I'll have them in inquired. Then when they sign up, I'll have them in here and then we'll start checking off stuff. And then when that's done, I'll have them say, okay, everything's done. So let's move them to photographing wedding. Once their wedding's done, they'll move on to the next thing. This is, again, so we don't miss stuff. You could totally do this in Dubsado. I just prefer to do this part in Trello. It's also where I manage my own individual productivity. I manage my team's productivity in here. It's literally all done in Trello. I love Trello. It's amazing. It's wonderful. Buy yourself some Trello templates so you don't have to wonder what you need to be putting in there, and then just get going. Okay. The third thing, it used to be called Blog Stomp, and that's the version that I had. This was like years ago that I bought it, and I was looking it up for you guys today. Now it's called Storytailor. So what it is basically is I highly recommend everybody have long form content for their photography business. Now, micro content is things like social media. It's these short, quick bursts of content that like you post one time, it lives on for a few days, and then people forget about it. What long form content is like a YouTube channel, or it's a blog, or it's email, or it's something that kind of can be evergreen that you can lead back to time and time again, that someone can visit 3 years from now and still get value, and it's just a lot longer, period. With that being said, you should have a blog for your photography business. And what I like using Storytailor now for, again, it used to be called Blog Stomp, is I like creating beautiful galleries. So you can create these customized, beautiful galleries of the photos, images that you took. And then another thing that I do, and I recommend doing, is I don't actually watermark any of our images unless it's on a blog. And that's because I don't want people to pull my images from my blog and use them without giving us credit. And so I go ahead and just put like a little watermark here, which you can do through this software. And then we create these beautiful, as you can see right here, sort of galleries, if you will, style for all of your photographs. And then I see what they're doing now that this wasn't available before is they have the post builder, yes, but they also have the SEO tools, which are super important. You're creating your collage, and everything's drag and drop, which I love. Okay. And then you can batch export everything. So if you're going to blog, if you choose to blog, I highly recommend getting this because it really does make your time of blogging so much easier and quicker. And again, huge proponent of making the most of the time you are spending in your business. Now, the 10th thing that we use in our business, it's called Google Drive. Everyone knows what that is. And I use Google Drive for my entire life. But with that being said, you'll see that we have ours organized. This is not a Google Drive walkthrough, but we have like my roadmap to book materials, my photography business stuff is in here. And you just want to go through and create an organization system. We back up our photos to Dropbox and a hard drive, but I also use Google Drive for like anything related to photography, like marketing images or any of our Instagram images, posts, anything like that. You know, any contracts that I want to organize and get off of Dubsado, stick them in here. Just love it. I also use forms, docs, and spreadsheets like on the daily. So love Google Drive for everything that it does, and it's free. It comes with your Google account. Okay. So those are all sort of like, I guess, the softwares, if you will. Now, the very last thing that I recommend using to help you in your photography business, it's not technically a software, but it is something that is a tool that is super helpful for your business, and that is email templates. We sell email templates. They are amazing, and they are for wedding photographers. So there are 15 email templates, and it's called our email template pack. Now, it has a beautiful design. It has a table of contents walking you through each of the email templates. We also have whole bonuses that are included in our email templates. So you will get our 15 email templates, including the initial inquiry, the first follow-up, second follow-up, check-ins, confirmations, what to say to vendors, you know, all of that great stuff. But you're also going to get our pro email signature template. I've really found that people who don't think out their signature, it's just a lost opportunity. It's a really easy way to look professional and lead someone to someplace else that you want them to go with an easy link. Okay, so we include that. You're also going to get 5 additional email templates. So not only are you getting 15, but 5 additional, and these are really powerful, high impact email templates. The reason why I say you need email templates as a tool in your business is you've got to stop sending out and wasting so much time sending personalized emails every single time you send an email out. There's so many emails that can be automated in your business, and they should be automated because you should be working smarter, not harder. And the way that we do that is by getting email templates and making them our own, and then having our CRM system send them out automatically. So with ours, the third bonus that you get is you're going to actually see our exact client wedding workflow. Okay. So I'm going to give you behind the scenes on what our experience is for our clients, right? Because I want you to have the templates, but I want you to also know, at which points they should be used. And you can then take my experience workflow and apply it to your own business and how you want to show up in your business. Okay. So that is, and I'll leave the link for this below as well if you guys want to grab that. But that covers the 10 tools plus the bonus that I personally use in my photography business. All of these have been super, not just helpful, but I would say really, really key in helping us build our business so quickly. So definitely look into those. I'll link everything for you below so you guys can just click and sign up for anything that interests you. Leave any comments if you feel like there's any tools that you're using in your photography business that maybe I didn't mention. And of course, hit the like and subscribe button. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Bye.